welcome. My name's Kathy A, and boy, you're gonna feel like I'm spamming you with all these videos. Anyway, this one's actually about makeup for once, which is good because I miss doing makeup. This is a tag, and my friend HAFFINA has posted it. I altered just a couple of the questions from what she had because there was some in there about YouTube stuff, and we've already been over that. So I just made this all about makeup, and I just added a few extra little things. So it is a tag from HAFFINA, but if you want the original tag from her, you can go to her site, and I've linked her below so you can have a look, and you can also see how she answered these questions. So the all-time favorite tag, this is called, and this is your all-time favorites of every type of makeup, and then there's like 3 or 4 questions at the end about makeup stuff. So let's just start with the first one they have is blush, and I have Mascara. This was sent to me from England, and this is it's a blush called Hussy, and it's just a really pretty, very beautiful blush. I like this. This is my favorite. Thank you, Helen. That was wonderful. My favorite bronzer. I don't want to give too much away because I'm doing a special on Laura Mercier, but the Laura Mercier Cream Contour Palette, holy cow. This was something I bought just because I had to have something for a bronzer from this line because I'm doing that one brand special. So I bought this just for the heck of it, you know, and I used every one of the colors in different ways. This is an absolute stunning, and it's cream. It's cream. It's like, okay, let me just do a little demonstration here. It just blends out like a dream. It's absolutely marvelous. And this highlighter, which I thought would not do anything, is very beautiful, and it reminds me a lot of the Hourglass ambient powders, but it's a cream. So these darker ones I've used, and I actually even tried using these as eyeshadow the other day because I like to do that with bronzers. Not so successful with that, but this is a contour palette, and I don't really use a bronzer for all over bronzing kind of thing. I'm sure I will in the summer, but I'm not now. So as of this week, I love this bronzer. This is my favorite contour right now. So that is the Laura Mercier Contour Palette. And this is fairly new, just came out, I think. For powder, for face powder, I like the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. And it's just a gorgeous, very, very finely milled powder. Goes on, it does not cake up, and I really like that. Let me just put it around the T-zone there. I keep blowing my nose because of all the pollen in the air. This is just a gorgeous powder, and I love their packaging. I love everything about this company, so the Primed and Poreless is my favorite. For under eye setting powder, I do use the e.l.f. This is the HD under eye setting powder. There is a tiny bit, and I know this sounds really weird, but there's a tiny bit of micro glitter in this, and you think, oh no, don't put micro glitter, don't put glitter near your under eye because it'll accentuate wrinkles. This one does not accentuate wrinkles, and from a distance you get an airbrush look, so I really like this very much. So that's the setting powder for under the eyes. The next one is, what is your favorite foundation? I'm still researching stuff, and I can't be true to any one because my favorites are the ones that I sold as Radiant Lady last year. I went through 20 formulas before I came up with these 2 that I love. One of them was the powder foundation, which I think I'm at pan right now. Yeah, I'm at pan. It's a beautiful powder foundation, and then my liquid foundation, which went on like a dream. So since that's not available anymore, the runners up, right now I'm really enjoying the CVS BB cream, and this is in light medium. It's a beautiful all-purpose BB cream. I'm using it like a foundation. It's got SPF 30 in it, I believe, and it's got all those skin things in it that makes you feel good. I really like it. I like this very much. It's good coverage. You look healthy. It lasts all day. It's a beautiful BB cream. So I'm using that as a foundation. And as a foundation, this is a tinted moisturizer from Pixie. You can get this at Target. It's a moisturizing tint and concealer, and on the end is a concealer ball. And I just love this. I've already broken it because I sat on it in the car. That's another story. But anyway, it's got a concealer and a tinted moisturizer, and it's beautiful on. And this is probably one of my favorites now. So that's for this week. My favorite concealer is the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and this is Warm Light. It's a gorgeous silky, very thin concealer. You can do that lightness thing. Let me just do this. You can go really nice and light with it. It's a brightener and an under eye concealer. It's very, very nice. It does not crease up on you, and I'm not a big Urban Decay fan, but I do like this very much. My favorite highlighter. This is the Warm Nudes from Physicians Formula. This comes in a cute package. You get a nice mirror, you get an eye highlighter pencil, and you get this. And this is actually kind of good for application, because if you look at this, you can go in any direction and create a custom glow. You can create a browner one, a pinker one, a yellowy one. You can imitate all of those hourglass powders with this. It's really, really pretty, and it blends nicely. You can also use it in your eyes, in the corner, under the brows. It's just a wonderful little assortment, and I think it's a great, and a mirror there you've got in the back. I think it's just a cute packaging. It's really great. This is a great deal, and I think it's around $12 for this, $13 maybe. But they always sell them in the drugstores where you can get coupons and you can get some money off on them, so it's a good deal. Eyebrow product. Right now I'm enjoying, this is Circa, and this is that new line they have in Walgreens, and this is it's kind of a waxy sort of blonde pencil. It stays put, it looks fine for me. I don't go all out crazy over my eyebrows, so I really do like this very much. It does not have the brush with it, so you have to use like your own little brush to brush it through, but I really like this a lot. It handles really well. For lip liner, I'm still digging this Becca lip liner. It's called Nude, and it's a double-ended. On one end is, let's see if I can draw lips. Yeah, there's my lips. Okay, on one end it's this color, this beautiful kind of natural, slightly darker color than your own lips. And on the other end is a nude color. So you can do your Cupid's bow with it. You can use it as sort of a highlight. You can, if you have an age spot or something, you can cover it up almost like the Wonder Pencil from NYX. I think this is a wonderful, go around your nose from the hay fever, sneezing, you blow your nose and suddenly you can see all the broken capillaries. So this is a great combo. I just think it's an all-purpose, really good all-purpose thing. I love things that have more than one purpose. For palette, this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. This is fairly new. This is something that's going to be a permanent fixture in my collection. I use this every day. I think this is a great base eye. I use this, and you've heard me talk about it at least 2 or 3 videos so far ad nauseum. This is beautiful mirror on this side. You look at it this way. There are 3 quadrants. This is the neutral quadrant, the cool tone quadrant, and the warm tone quadrant. In each quadrant there is one base which you can use all the way up, and then there is a crease color which you can use right in here in your crease, and then there is a dark contour which you can use in the corners. You can wet your brush and you can line your eyes with it. It's just an amazing palette. And then this one is your highlight color, which you can put just under the brow or on the inner corner of your eyes, and it's a perfect combination. Each one of these goes so well with its coordinate, but you can also mix and match, and I do like to use this one in the 10 and 2 area, so I go right up in here. So this is the 2 o'clock and this is the 10 o'clock, or you know, when I'm looking in the mirror I don't know which direction I am. So anyway, so I love this, and I think this is something everybody should have, and I rarely would, you know, tell you to go buy something that's kind of high-end, but that's really wonderful. The other palette, this is what I use for colors, and this is the Too Faced Few of My Favorite Things palette. I love their palette colors, and I use this for accentuating. Like if I want to have a green in here, I can just put this in. And what am I wearing here? I'm wearing, put this over here. If I want to add maybe some of this turquoise, see this beautiful turquoise, put that in there. Just keep adding colors, you know how I am. But I mean, there's just so many things you can add from this palette, but I love this. Plus it's got the, it's got a little instruction book on looks you can make, but it's got a couple of blushes, and it's got the chocolate Soleil, the unscented one, and it's got the Sun Bunny and Snow Bunny bronzers. So this is just a wonderful palette. So this is what I would use for color accentuation if I had no other choice. Okay, throwing that stuff around. For eyeliner pencil, this again, it's Pixie, and this is the Black Tulip color. It is just gorgeous. You can tight line with this, and just tight line. It's very soft and velvety, and you can tight line really easily with it, or if you want to line just the top, if you're too chicken to go in the tight line, you can just go on the top. It's a very beautiful eyeliner, and these last a long time. I wish they had more colors in these. Black Tulip is a wonderful color as an alternate to straight up black. They also have some browns and bronzes and things like that. For liquid liner, I like the Physicians Formula. This is the liquid liner. It's easy to control. You just zip it on there, and it's liquid liner. It lasts. It's good for summer events. If you're going to a wedding or something, you're going to be out in the heat. This is great. Moving on from the liners into mascara. My favorite mascara is Kevyn Aucoin. I used to love Blink, but apparently they're not cruelty-free. Now Blink is a tubing mascara, and the closest thing I found to it is this Kevyn Aucoin mascara, and it's got a wonderful tight little, tiny little brush. See how flat it is? When you're doing your lashes, you can get so close, you can tight line while you're doing your mascara. Mascara is pretty much waterproof. It stays on, and in fact you need a special eye makeup remover to get it off. So I think my only complaint with this is that it's difficult to take off. But if you're going to an event, again, you would want to use something like this that stays on and gives you big old honking lashes. It's a beautiful mascara, and it's Kevyn Aucoin. Lipstick. This is the Benekos, and this is a, I believe it's German or Danish. This is a vegan line of makeup created by a woman who is a vegan, and it's just gorgeous. And I believe this is apricot, peach. This is peach. Let me just put it on. I feel good when I put it on. I feel healthy. It's got nothing in it that will hurt you. There's a slight mintiness to it, but it's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful lipstick. I mean, you touch it up after a couple cups of coffee, but Benekos is the name. I got this at Whole Foods, and they have other colors. I'm going to try some of their other cosmetics, because that's a cruelty-free line that, a vegan cruelty-free line that I think I'm going to try more from. Okay, the next thing is primers. For an eye primer, I think really, this is just one of the best. This is Milani eye primer. There is a slight tint to this, and when you put it on, it does cover a little bit of the veins and all the yucky age spots and stuff on your eyelids, but it has a really nice texture to it to hold the eyeshadow on when you put it on afterwards. So I think Milani has a really good eye primer. I totally recommend that. For face primer, I'm still digging this. This is the Smashbox Primer Water, and this has similar ingredients in it to the MAC water. What do they call it? Anyway, this, you can spray it on a brush and then put it in your eyeshadow and it makes an eyeliner. You spray it on your face before your makeup and it makes a nice dewy base for your makeup to go on. You have to let it set for a minute so it dries into your skin, and then when you put your makeup on, it's almost like a little bit more hydration. So it's a really good primer, and I have liquid and cream primers, and I have you know, things that are especially for pores and everything else, and this seems to do pretty much everything, and it doesn't seem to matter what your skin type is, because I've seen other people review this who have oily skin and bad T-zones, and they don't have a problem with this. I think one person said that they were getting breakouts and they weren't sure if it was this, but they had just started using this. But I have had no problems using this and I love it. So this Smashbox Primer Water, even though I was very skeptical and it took me a while to buy this, I thought this is the Emperor's New Clothes, you know, because is it water? You know, it's water with stuff in it. It's got stuff in it, so it works really well. And brushes. For eyelid brush, I usually use, God, it's dirty. It's in my dirty list because I use it all the time. This is a Real Techniques. This is just the eyeshadow brush. I like this one very much for that. For eye crease brush, it's really kind of a tie. I have Essence of Beauty. This is a really nice one that looks, you know, gets right in there, which is really good. And then this is the travel size of the Sonia Kashuk, but this is a really nice crease brush, gets right in there really nicely, and it blends out nicely. So I like those two for the crease, Essence of Beauty and Sonia Kashuk. It's part of the travel set she has. For contour, this is an Up and Up brush. This is the Target brand, and it's very thick, so you can actually put it on and then you can, you know, blend it out really nicely. But I like this very much. It's kind of a thick contour brush, but I like it very much. And it's Up and Up is the brand. It comes from Target. For regular blush, I use the, this is just the e.l.f. blush brush. It's real simple. It's slightly tapered at the top. It's easy to control. It blends nicely. I like it very much. For highlight, I use my fingers. For concealer, again, this is the Up and Up, and this came in a set, I think, with other things. But this is the concealer brush. You would dot the concealer on, and I like to use this kind of a brush to get in there when I'm not using my Beauty Blender, which is a foundation. I don't often use brushes with my foundations. I use the Beauty Blender. I really like using this for anything to do with foundation. Now this is something from Up and Up, and I used this with my powder foundation recently and it went on like a dream. This also works really well with liquid foundations. This is from Up and Up. I first saw this, Emily Noel went nuts over it. And she loved it. She compared it with her other brushes, you know, like the Tarte and the IT Cosmetics brush. This is only $6.99 and it is so worth it. I have washed it now 3 times. It works really well to buff in your foundation so that it doesn't look blotchy. It's a really nice, they're very, very dense, and it's lasted pretty well through the washings. It's held up really well. I like it very much. The other foundation brush that I like is from Tarte, and this one is a slight, it's flat, it's really good for putting on powder foundation and also for liquid foundation. And on this side I blend in my concealer with it, or blend around my eyes or around my nose with this side of it. Even though I don't like double-ended brushes, I do like this one. For powder brush, this is I think this is from Rite Aid, and this is the Renewal line. I don't know if they still call it that, but it's from Rite Aid, and it's just a light sweeping of powder. If you're going to do that, or bronzer, you can use this for also. If you're going to do a bronzer overload here, you know. I really like this. I like stippling brushes very much. You know, these duo fiber brushes that are very soft and light on the top and a little denser at the bottom. They have enough body so that they hold their shape and they don't splay out, and yet they're light enough to distribute the powder really nicely, so I like those. For blending brush, I do like this. This is a smudge brush on one side, and it's a big old blending brush, and that's like for shearing out the edges so that your eye makeup looks a little more seamless. And I really like this. It's from IT Cosmetics, and this side you can use to smudge out your eyeliner so it softens up the line a little bit, and then you don't have such a harsh look to your eye makeup. So this is a great duo-ended brush. And I think that's it with the brushes. Let me move down here, and then we're into the questions now, and there are 6 questions. First one, what's your all-time favorite makeup item that you have to have at all times? I always have to have a lipstick with me, and what I found is even if it's a lipstick, you can make it a blush as well. So I always have a lipstick with me, if nothing else. Question 2, what's your all-time favorite makeup product to apply? I like applying mascara because when I'm applying mascara, it seems to pull the whole look together. All the work that you do on your eye makeup, it doesn't really look that great until your mascara is on. I think that the mascara really brings it to life, and I always like the look when the mascara is on. What is your all-time least favorite makeup product to apply? Say no more. What is your all-time favorite brand of makeup? I think all-time favorite because of the creativity and inventiveness of this line, the fact that they're cruelty-free, the fact that they are like the nicest people on the planet. I mean, this guy who runs this company, Jared, is one of the nicest people in the world. TOO FACED Cosmetics is my favorite brand of all time. I think they have a wonderful range of products in every single category. You can find something that works with your skin and your look. And I have a TOO FACED special below. You can watch it from. That's the one with the streaker in it, for those of you who were curious about that one. Okay, and for our lower end favorite, e.l.f. is probably my favorite. e.l.f. Cosmetics is my favorite low-end drugstore brand of makeup, because they also have something in almost every category that I can find that I can use, and some of it doesn't last as long. Some, you know, it's hit or miss, and some of the products aren't that great, but some of them are outstanding, and I think it's a great line. What is your all-time least favorite brand of makeup? For drugstore makeup, L'Oreal, because they are not cruelty-free, because they buy up all the other cosmetic lines and make them not cruelty-free, and because of the horrible and horrific things they do to animals when they distribute in China. And even though they are sort of working with China to try to have alternative methods of testing, they're still sending the bulk of the stuff over to China to be tested, and most of the animal testing for cosmetics is done for L'Oreal and the high-end brand Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder is kind of the mothership of all the higher-end brands. Bobbi Brown and MAC and Armani and YSL and Estee Lauder. They're all, they're not cruelty-free. They test on animals for their products. And I mean, we're talking perfumes, cosmetics, horrible things that they do to animals in the name of cosmetic industry, and it's just not right. Just not right. So L'Oreal and Estee Lauder are the two companies I hate. And number 6, what is your all-time favorite makeup trick? My favorite makeup trick is to take a bronzer, and I use it as a bronzer. I also use it as a crease color, and I use it as a brow powder. That is, to me, a multi-purpose product. I think that, you know, and a bronzer is like the perfect makeup item for that kind of thing. You can contour your face with it, you can use it as an eyeshadow, and you can use it as a brow powder. And that is the end of the questions. So I hope that that's been fun for you. It was a lot of fun for me to kind of go through. Of course, this is just this week in April right now. We're going into May tomorrow. That's just my favorite right now, and it probably will change within the next month or so. I'm doing the Laura Mercier special in the next week or so. So look for that. I'm experimenting with different looks from her. I did not like that artist palette. All the eyeshadows, they're all purples and cool tones, and I could not get more than one look out of that palette. I didn't like it at all, so that went back actually. So I'm actually going to have to buy something smaller in the Laura Mercier eyeshadow range. So until I get that down. But everything else I've been buying from her I really like a lot, so that'll be a fun show to do, and she's an interesting person. So anybody have any comments or questions, please let me know below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It makes my day, and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles!